StadiumDB.com presents World Stadiums Under Construction, May 2024. Welcome! It's getting closer to the completion of many of the world's stadiums being built or renovated. As we did in the past, we'll start with the USA and then head east. See you at Bernabéu, Camp Nou or in England. In total, there are 16 stops on our route, the last of which will include the immeasurable Middle Kingdom. So let's start with the only North American venue on the list. New Highmark Stadium, capacity 62,000, completion date 2026, Buffalo. 2 months after the project's first steel was placed beneath the ground in the lower level of the huge ball that is the foundation for the stadium, the skeleton of the structure is starting to peek over what was once just a big hole in the ground. I went on vacation and came back and was like, "Holy cow, we're up on the second level here," said Steve Ranelli, president of the Erie County Stadium Corp, the state entity overseeing the project. The new facility will be able to accommodate 62,000 spectators, almost 10,000 fewer than its predecessor. Mas Monumental, capacity 84,567, completion date July 2024, Buenos Aires. The work on the Monumental is aimed at unifying the 4 high stands: Sivori, San Martin, Centenario and Belgrano. However, the main project will be carried out during the Copa America break. The idea is to have the work completed by the time the club returns to official competition in the second half of 2024. The expansion of the largest stadium in South America started in the first part of 2022, so it is already officially more than 2 years underway. Etihad Stadium, capacity 61,958, completion date 2026, Manchester. Manchester City has marked an important phase in the development of the Etihad Stadium expansion with the arrival and installation of the first steels in recent weeks. The £300 million project, which will increase the stadium's capacity to over 60,000 during the 2025-26 season, is now starting to take shape. The expansion, which is centered around the North Stand, will see the club develop a 3,000 capacity fan zone, a 400-bed hotel, a new club shop and a museum. A so-called sky bar is to be built on the top of the stand and a special pathway is planned on its roof. Anfield, capacity 61,000, completion date 2024, Liverpool. More than 60,000 fans already come to Anfield on a consistent basis, and the expansion, the first phase of which began in 2014, is nearing completion. Capacity before construction was 45,000 fans, so the increase is significant. Just a small chunk of the Anfield Road stand remains to be completed, and then Anfield may well see 61,000 fans. Everton Stadium, capacity 52,888, completion date December 2024, Liverpool. Despite funding problems, the construction of Everton's new stadium is going full steam ahead. Earthworks to lay the pitch have begun and will continue over the next few months. Grass sowing is estimated to begin in August and continue until early October, after which specialist machinery will sew synthetic fibers into the grass roots to reinforce them and provide a solid surface. Construction will soon be 3 years old, as it started in August 2021. Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, capacity 84,744, completion date early 2025, Madrid. The score during El Clasico was displayed for the first time on a new 360-degree screen, and on it, in addition to the number of goals scored, one could also see shots from the pitch and the clock. Installation of the general skywalk equipment has been completed, offering panoramic views of the city and the stadium itself, while work on one of the Bernabéu's landmarks, the Skybar, is in full swing and is also due to be completed in the coming weeks. The inauguration of the new Estadio Santiago Bernabeu will reportedly take place in mid-January 2025. Nevertheless, Real is presenting more and more new Bernabéu-related ventures, including a new metro station or a huge food and beverage area. Spotify Camp Nou, capacity 105,053, completion date 2026, Barcelona. The initial idea of FC Barcelona's board was for the return to coincide with the club's 125th anniversary date of November the 29th. In the end, however, it was decided not to rush things, and eventually the first match at the new Camp Nou will take place on December the 15th. Although there were not supposed to be any major problems meeting the deadline, the Limac construction company responsible for carrying out the redevelopment has been working after hours since April, operating continuously from 8 a.m. to midnight Monday to Friday and from 10 a.m. to midnight on Saturdays. They are trying to stick to their set schedule so that FC Barcelona can relocate to the new facility by the end of the year. Initial information suggests that ticket prices will increase with the club's move to Spotify Camp Nou. Kooi Stadion, capacity 15,000, completion date 2024, Leeuwarden. The municipality of Leeuwarden has granted the club a loan of 6 million to complete the new stadium. The full cost of the new stadium is more than 40 million euros. Clearly visible is the simple shape in which the stand will be enclosed by additional semi-open spaces with different uses. The first skybox at Kooi Stadium has been sold. The honor went to the club's loyal partner, Junction. Have you already liked the video and subscribed to our channel? You have a chance to help us with preparing new content as well as to stay on top of the latest materials. Gewiss Stadium, capacity 24,950, completion date 2024, Bergamo. Completion of the current phase, which began in the summer of 2023, is scheduled for August so that Atalanta will already be able to fully use Gewiss Stadium from the start of the 2024-25 season. The work aims to completely rebuild the Curva Sud Morosini stand and its roof. Seats were also being installed in the new stand. This process will not only have a positive impact on the aesthetics of the facility, but will also ensure the safety and comfort of the matches for fans of the visiting teams. The investment will cost a total of 100 million euros. Varna Stadium, capacity 22,000, completion date, who knows, Varna. There is a saying in Bulgaria, Bulgarska rabota. It simply means that the work is badly started, wrongly carried out and unfinished. Is this the definition of construction in Varna? Its origins date back to 2006. Fortunately, work has been going on recently with cranes on site and further sections of the stand being erected. Ankara Stadyumu, capacity 45,000, completion date 2025, Ankara. The stadium being built will be part of Euro 2032, which will also take place in Italy. Ground reinforcement work was carried out at a depth of around 30 meters on the foundations of the facility. Then the arena started to grow. Will the stadium not be too small? National stadiums built in the 21st century in Central and Eastern European countries exceed the capacity of the planned Ankara venue, despite being located in countries with smaller populations. Stade Prince Moulay Abdellah, capacity 69,500, completion date 2025, Rabat. One of Morocco's stadiums which will come in handy for the country during the eagerly awaited 2030 World Cup as well as 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, which will be the second edition of the tournament in Morocco's history, is still seeing changes. More cranes are heading to the site and work is already focusing on the foundations of the second tier of stands along the future pitch, among other things. Stadyumu Batouta, capacity 88,000, completion date 2025, Tanger. The demolition of the huge stadium, which is also to be part of 2030 World Cup and 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, is underway, and fans are keenly interested in the progress of the work, with footage circulating of a rendering of the facility and information that the seats in the stands of the arena will be in white, blue and red. When completed, the stadium will be one of the largest on the continent. Baoding Sports Center Stadium. Capacity 47,000. Completion date not known. Baoding. The project is labeled Baoding City of Champions, and the planning and layout is based on the concept of sky, earth and circle, the symbolism of which is explained in detail. All parts of the complex are to be harmoniously united with each other. Construction has been underway since 2023, and the stadium is located 150 kilometers from Beijing. Yellow River Sports Center Stadium. Capacity 61,000. Completion date early 2025. Jinan. Construction of the arena began in the second half of 2022, with the facility expected to be ready by the end of 2024 and opening in the early months of 2025. It is one of the most original stadium projects currently underway in the world, and the already visible elevated promenade surrounding the entire facility is what catches the eye. At present, cranes are placed at equal intervals around the site and are constantly at work. Linyi Olympic Sports Center Stadium. Capacity 57,079. Completion date 2024. Linyi. The stadium is now practically complete, with the most spectacular feature being the dished roof form visible from the air and the see-through facade. The Linyi Olympic Sports Center project has a total investment of 7.6 billion yuan and a construction area of 490,000 square meters. The venue will be able to host national large-scale various sports events and other cultural and international events. And that is the end of our journey, which was an exciting one. We can't wait to present you the next update from World Stadiums Constructions, but as of now, take care and see you.